Hi guys, Squirrel here. Welcome to another Washington Map DLC video. We're going to take a journey in this video and see some more of the Washington map. Now, as ever, in the first three videos that I've done, this is the fourth one, the first three videos, this is all pre-release Washington DLC map footage. I've not seen any of this stuff, so you'll experience it for the first time along with me. Because it's pre-release, there could be issues. We could see some little map glitches here and there. And some of the content may be changed or removed or added. We just don't know. Let's have a quick recap. So in the first video, we drove from Portland to Tacoma. The second video, we drove from Tacoma up to Bellingham. The third video, we went from Port Angeles over to Colville. That was a lovely road, that one. It was a great drive. And in this video, I want to drive down the west coast, down Route 101, because 101 goes like all the way down. From, what is it, Eureka? It goes all the way. Actually, it keeps going even further. Look at that. San Francisco keeps going. That is an insane road. I didn't realize it actually went that far. Oxnard, look at that. You could drive that in one journey. That'd be amazing. Anyway, we're going to drive down this coastal road here. So we shall drive over to the pickup point. I've brought my own trailer this time. We're going to take some, I think it was some tyres we're going to take today. Actually, how's the fuel state doing? We need to check that. So we're going to pick up some tyres and we're going to check the routing and get down that Route 101. So I'm looking forward to this. It's early morning at the moment. So by the time we get to 101, hopefully the sun should be up. And it'll be a nice coastal drive. Certainly very different from the last one that we did, the Route 20. Which was some amazing mountainous kind of trees and lakes. Oh, it was such a good drive that was. If you've not seen any of the other videos, be sure to take a look at them. And Washington DLC should hopefully be out fairly soon. Let's take a drive in here. Wait, what? What earth did I just hit? Trailer damage, apparently. Okay, I'm guessing we're going to go down the left side for pickup. That's what normally happens. This is a bit of an awkward pickup point, actually. Cargo, here we go. There it is. Yeah, Port Angeles down to Astoria. Now it's got us routing down Route 5. We're gonna change that. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but it's gonna be a much nicer drive. Let me just see where we are in terms of trailer. Yeah, that's a really crazy pickup point. They should put that icon nearer to the front here, I think, so you don't have to turn in quite so much. It's a very long trailer, this one, so we're going to have to give it a bit of a wide berth as it comes around these things. There we go, it's fine. This could be a very interesting reverse. Oh boy. This is a blindside reverse with a fence in the way. This is going to be awkward. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, that's going to be like that. Such a sharp turn, and of course because the truck is really long as well, it means when you come to straighten it out, it takes so long to change the angle, as it were. I mean, look at that, there's hardly any room here for this truck and trailer combo. This is nuts. I like the way the guy's arms swing around when he's turning the wheel. Well, I don't think that's worked out too well. See if we can salvage it. Should be enough. Even getting out of here is going to be crazy. There we go. Alright, I might turn right to leave. So, parking brake on, engine off, and we need to get this thing loaded. Okay, it's not too long. Right, let's bring up the map and we shall check where we're going. So we're going to route out of here. 101 all the way. That'll take us through Aberdeen, not the Aberdeen in Scotland. And then down, we'll cross the border into Astoria. And then it's looks like coastal mining. Obviously want some tyres for some reason. Let's go that way. So even that's going to be tricky with this There's no easy way out of this. This is where a cab over truck would fare a lot better than a long nose like this. See, it doesn't really help with all these containers here. That just makes it even worse. Look at this. It's nuts. There we go. Try those at 90 degrees. Let's keep right. That's it. Right, we got it. Right, I'm looking forward to this. I'm expecting a sweeping coastal road. Right side looks clear. So far, I hope you've been watching the other 3 videos. So far, this has been I think this has been a very enjoyable drive. I think I'm so glad that Washington's in place now. I think having at least the left side of North America actually covered it is just really nice. It feels like a little mini goal to me. They've actually got a connected set, like they've actually painted the whole left side of North America. Of course, you've got to move right now, and there's a lot more to do, but it's a good start. And there is lots of, look at this, that little clock tower. There's lots of little unique buildings that I've seen kicking around. Plenty of bridges too. I'm surprised how many of those old kind of iron bridges there are. What is this guy doing? Like, he's indicating left, and he's just smashed right over the line. What's all that about? Okay, not sure. Bro. I'm alright away, pal, thank you. But, yeah, in terms of, like, the mapping quality, obviously the standard, I would say, is... It's now what we've come to expect. It's a very good standard. And they've managed to capture the feel again of the state, which is different to, say, Oregon. It's not too dissimilar to Oregon. Obviously, there's a lot of overlap, I think, between Oregon and Washington states in terms of, you know, just because it's a location, lots of greenery and stuff. Although I think Oregon has a lot more kind of open, flat, dry aspects to it, whereas I've noticed in Washington... We have seen some open plains like farmland and stuff, but not really any dry areas, not really any kind of yellowy grass areas. It's obviously very damp, wet state, which is what you would expect up in the northwest of North America. But it's been done very well from all the stuff that I've seen so far. We've not been to the east side much. There's a lot more on the east side, but I'll have to tackle that when I get back from holiday. Of course. My holidays are, you know, booked in advance, and you never know what dates things like the map DLCs or games are going to come out. It's just one of those things when you make content. Oops, slow down. When you make content, it's just one of the things you have to deal with, is that you book a holiday a long time in advance, and then suddenly you realise a game or something's releasing when you're away, and you're like, no! So, I don't know what the exact release date is for the Washington DLC at this moment, but I'm recording this, and basically it'll go out after the embargo is lifted, and I'm sure when the embargo is lifted, you'll probably start to hear a release date at that point for the Washington DLC, so it'll probably happen while I'm away. Alright, let's bring up the little mini-map so we can see... Okay, so we're now officially on Route 101, and we're on a bit of road that we've not been down before, so this is all new territory from here. We've got a 55 speed limit, Olympic National Park. Wow. Alright, let's just lock in the cruise control. Lake Crescent. Whoa. Let's just get the speed limit down. Now, I didn't actually expect a lake at this point. I kind of thought it would just be a straight drive down to the sea, but we're still in the northern section at the moment. There are a lot of lakes up here. I mean, this is the thing, because it's such a wet state, because it rains so much. There's so many mountains to catch all of that water that keeps falling. And so if you actually look at, particularly around Seattle, if you just look at it on Google Maps, it's crazy. It's crazy how many kind of big land masses there are with water in between. Much like this. A little viewpoint there. It's really nice, actually. I don't know if they've changed the water rendering, but it just feels like it's kind of got a lot better recently, you know? I remember the water in Eurotruck. I remember when it just looked bizarre, when it was a very strange, unrealistic blue colour. And pretty flat at that. Was nowadays it seems to be, it looks very realistic, let me put it that way. I don't think they've nailed the seas yet. Like if you go to the coast, well, we'll go back to the coast. Well, actually, we'll see when we go to the coast. But whenever I've seen the sea in this game, it kind of looks bluish, and then you have these really weird animated waves washing in, and it looks kind of well, it looks artificial, quite frankly. But it doesn't look fantastic. Whereas if you look at the lakes and stuff, like the water, the little ripples on it and the reflection just looks bang on. And some of the colour of the water that we saw on the previous video on Route 20 was just fantastic. I like the way we've got these signs now telling us of speed changes, like 40 zone ahead. Gives you a chance to sort of prepare a bit. It's like a small settlement here. Fuel station as well. Yeah, there's actually a rest area on the right. In fact, that's a weighing station and a rest area on the right. Do you know, in the last video, I think we got requested to come into the weigh station twice. I know he's going to pull out. Oh my life. Actually amazing. That's actually amazing. It stopped, waited, looked at me, and then pulled out just as I was about to hit it. That's unbelievable. So you've got these little suburban houses down here. Like I say, little settlement. It's nicely done. Those kind of magenta coloured trees, the cherry trees, I think. I don't know what they are. I've seen them quite commonly here in Washington. Alright, pick up to 55 again. And I think we should be about to... Yep, we're going south now. So we should see the sea pretty soon, I think. It should be over there on the right. Well, I can't see very much. There it is. There it is. Finally. Actually, you can see landmass on the other side as well. You see that? There's like another peninsula bit sticking out over there. Oh, it's a little island. Oh, that's cool. Let's have a look at the sea. I want to see the rendering. I think it looks the same. I think it looks the same, like animated wave effect. Nice bit of log cabins. Actually, those log cabins I've seen in Oregon, I think. And a little rock formation over there, look. Which, if you're down at driver level, you can't even see. Look at that. Like, it's almost impossible to see that. It's only the external camera that you really pick that up. I keep forgetting to look left. I'm used to just being trees on the left, but we need to keep an eye on the scenery here. Might miss something. Something river. This must be a bridge. There we go. That presumably leads out to the sea. It's cracking driving around here. Really is nice. Proper American feel to it. Really is good. well. What's that about? That looks like a random event. Bit of roadworks going on. Not a huge amount of notice on that. We just got like one sign and then we're on top of it. Wait a minute, is this the gallon? There's a gallon guys again, just going really slow. In the last video, we got stuck behind a gallon trailer. It wasn't a tanker, it was a box trailer. And we went up this hill and he went ridiculously slow, like 20 miles an hour up this 60 hill. Let's see what's behind us. Oh, not much actually. Crazy coach, keeping his distance. I'd very much love to be able to overtake this lot. Feels like the trees are getting taller now, look. The style of them has changed. It's gone for these like really tall, are these cedar trees? I'm not sure. Even the telegraph poles that have changed style, like the wood's got different. Definitely a noticeable change there. Olympic, was that Olympic National Forest, I think it said on the left. Do you know what? I expected this to be a coastal road and it really isn't. Like there was a bit of coast at the start, but it's all inland at the moment. It's nothing like the California-Oregon 101. You know, one day I really must hire a car and just drive this entire thing. All the way from up here, top end of Washington, at least down to like San Francisco or something. Be a nice drive there. Let's see where we are. Alright, we're coming up on Aberdeen. Okay, this is unexpected. So on our left we've got... Oh wow, it's actually a lift bridge. Did not know they'd put that in here. Yeah, look at that. Whoa. I think there's a little bugette there. I hope this isn't a two-way road. Oh, that's fine. It's a one-way road. Oh, what perfect timing. Look at this. So that one's a lift bridge and this one is, what do they call it? That's weird. Why would they do it two different ways? I don't understand why they would do that two different ways. You'd expect it to be the same way. It's almost like... I don't know. It's almost like they were designed by... They didn't build one and then build the other later, did they? And get a different designer. They can't possibly have built at the same time because they'd have built the same style. What does that say? The Hoquiam River. Yeah, it's coming down now. Brake on a sec. Drawbridge, that's the word I was looking for. This is a drawbridge and that's like a lift bridge. There you go. So Aberdeen actually has that just coming in from the 101. I mean, that's taking its time. Okay, we should be on the move any second. Barriers are up. And off we go. Hoquiam River, apparently. That boat got away quickly. Right, so here we are in Aberdeen. Looks more residential than anything else. I can see another bridge in the horizon on the left there, so it's obviously surrounded by water and rivers and things. can if we want to just go left and go down that way. There's a few parallel roads here. Welcome to Aberdeen, it says. Finally, we got some good time with the lights. It's amazing. It wants me to turn left here, just before the fuel station. It's a nice little, looks like a quiet town to me. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it looks like here. So much detail, like in the road signage and the trees and the pavements. Just detail absolutely everywhere. Get a left out of that. Railway crossing. Right, I'm just going to pull up. I don't know why he's hanging back all the way back there. I'm pretty certain you're okay to go here. Wow, okay, so this is amazing timing. Because that boat that was down there, that went through that drawbridge, we're now having to wait for it to go through this drawbridge. Could be here a while. Let's have a quick look around. So yeah, sort of shopping areas. Oh, there's actually people. Look at this. Housing. Little school bus. It's like a bus station. And then on the other side of the road, there's even more housing over there. It's very nice. It's very picturesque, isn't it, this place? Although imagine living here. I mean, I can't imagine the bridge goes up very often, but if you was in a rush, like you had to be somewhere for like a doctor's appointment, you get to the drawbridge and it's going up. You're like, no! There's nothing you can do about it. There's literally no other way. Thing is, I don't think the job market takes account of all this stuff, you know, when it averages your job time. I mean, it does give you a spread of like 4 hours, but you get too many of these random events and you know, you're going to be late. See the anti-aliasing on this barrier here? See this barrier, when you do that, you see it flickering. Look at that line on top. Let's go. See a big factory in the distance. So it looks like Aberdeen's pretty much a drive-through kind of place. It's picturesque enough though. I think we're about to leave it. On the mini-map there's a commercial district just to the left there. Maybe some logging again. Another job pickup point. Okay, let's pick up for some lost time here. There's a Weybridge coming up. Hopefully we won't get pulled in. Yeah, just on the left there, you can have a look around that. That looks like logs to me. Whoops. Oh, that's okay. It's on the other side of the road only. Looks like a very informal one, that one. like an unmanned operation where now and again they just turn up and start pulling people over. Let's see where we are. Okay, we're now coming back out of Aberdeen, going back towards the coast. Hopefully we'll see more sea shortly. This journey has been nothing like what I expected. It's been a nice drive, but I just thought we'd be going along the coast. I can see what looks like an elevated highway over there, but it's not actually on... Oh no, that's where we're going to go. I was going to say it's not on the map. The Nassau River. Our customer expects delivery soon. It's not our fault we got stuck. 2 drawbridges, what can you do? Like that bit of landscape on the left there then. Kinda on the left here. It's really unique and different. I like it. Finally, is that the sea? Nope, that's not the sea. It's just another massive lake. That is big. I've given up. Apart from the little glimpse of the sea we had, I don't think we're going to see it anymore. I really wish the map would actually show you some of the underlying ground, the terrain a little bit. So you could see the features, the water. I wish it was like a map where you could just turn on and off. Like console lines, water features, landmass, you know, the roads, the train lines, like just turn it on and off. So you could actually get a better idea of what kind of terrain you're going to be driving over. I love these little, like, water, bits of water and stuff. Like, it really looks authentic, doesn't it? Like little creeks of water. Looks so natural. They're definitely getting better at their map designing, that's for sure. Fort Columbia State Park. That's the other thing, like this whole Washington State and Idaho, Montana, they all have massive national parks, don't they? Areas of natural beauty, and what on earth is that? Are you actually having a laugh? That's like a bridge, and then somebody just went, you know what, let's build a really, really high bridge and connect the two together. Like, are you actually serious? I have no words for this. What is going on here? That's just mad. Do you know what that reminds me of? Wait, where did all this traffic just go? Do you know what that reminds me of? When I used to play games like Railroad Tycoon, does anybody remember that? Railroad Tycoon? And the AI, when it built train lines and it had to bridge over spans, it would just build like the craziest bridges imaginable that would just do stuff like this. Just go up insane elevations and heights that you couldn't build because it would just cost way too much money. The AI just builds them. This is nuts. I can't imagine why it needs such a massive elevation change. Except to get some tall boat underneath it. But then why would they do it at the coast? Why would the highest point be so near the coast and not actually in the middle where the water's deeper? That's just kind of weird. Thing is, I can't... I'm trying to think now. I remember that bridge in Astoria. When Oregon released. I remember that bridge. But I don't remember... Was it like that? I don't remember it like that. The bridge was definitely there, I remember it. But you couldn't drive over it. But now you can. You can see what a ramp up it is. It's just nuts. Wow, that is so cool though. Look at it. That is actually really, really cool. I can't believe we just drove over that. It's totally unnecessary, that bridge. I don't understand it. It seems like an engineering joke. Like, it must have cost ridiculous amounts of money to make. And why? Why can't it just come straight over here somewhere? Why does it need to just do this weird spiral thing? Anyway, we're back in Oregon now. You alright there, sir? Have you got enough room? Have I left you enough room? You look like you've got enough room. Right, just going to find our drop-off point now. Saw a railroad crossing down there. Wait, is this another roundabout? Whoa. I am blown away. I saw a roundabout in the last video. That's 2 roundabouts? That's amazing. You know, if you drive in Europe, roundabouts are just, you know, as common as traffic lights. But in the United States, I don't know. Certainly in these games, I think it varies from state to state, doesn't it? How popular they are. They're like really, really unpopular in some states. Other ones are starting to adopt them a lot more, I think. But I think when American drivers approach them, they're not really sure what to do because they're so incredibly infrequent. They've probably never seen them before. Unless they happen to live in a town that has a few, maybe. Oh, hang on, is this our drop-off point? Yes, it is. Okay. I remember this. From the very first day that American Truck Sim came out, I remember this drop-off point. This is going to be interesting. Trying to get around this corner is going to be interesting. It's a pretty narrow area, this. Yikes, look at that. That is crazy. These, like, yellow barriers down the side here, they really don't help. You know, for a truck this big, this is actually quite a tricky little drop. That's where they want the tyres. That's where they're getting the tyres. Oops, wrong button. Parking brake, engine off. Deliver the goods. Port Angeles to Astoria. Nice little bit of XP. We've got to get out of here. There we go. That's a bit of a squeeze. Right. That was a fun little journey. Completely nothing like what I expected. I think we saw the sea once at the start and that was it. I did not expect that. So Route 101, ignore what I said about it being coast. It really isn't. I think we saw a bit of water, mate. Was it there or there? And then that was it. You're just all inland. Completely unlike this. That's a bit more of Washington DLC done. Hope you I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. And yeah, take it easy, guys. Have fun. Happy trucking.